If you were part of the GATE program as a child, or the Stargate program, I believe that we weren't necessarily just the special kids or the super smart kids. I believe that higher powers or the government knew that we were, and as we wake up, continue to be threats to the dream, continue to be threats to reality, this reality that they've constructed. Because ever since I was a child, I've had these out-of-body experiences that felt more real than this. And if you don't believe in that type of thing, go ahead and click off the video, swipe, whatever. But if you had these experiences, if you had those lucid dreams that melted in front of you and you could look at yourself, that's sign one. Our intuition was always different. It was always a lot stronger, a lot more clear than the other children. We picked up on subjects faster. Math, science, history, it didn't matter. Pattern recognition is something that we just had, right? And as we've gotten older, depending on your life choices and depending on if you gave in to the distractions of reality, or the matrix is what some people like to call it, you've lost those abilities over time. But I think that they knew that some of us it wouldn't matter what they did. It wouldn't matter how much they studied us or whatever they did to us or gave us during those programs or during that time. Because if you notice, some of the abilities disappeared. But as the collective human consciousness, as it expands, it grows, the abilities are coming back, right? Gardening, we'll say that because I don't know what platforms I'm going to put this on, but gardening, alcohol, PMO, which stands for coronation and orgasm, right? Those things. I mean, even think about it. Like, that industry is free. You can just get online. Like, everything is a distraction, so that way it keeps us here. It keeps our consciousness here, stuck in this reality, stuck in our body, in the physical vessel. We get so attached to the physical vessel. That's why death scares us, not understanding that death is nothing more than a transition phase from physical to non-physical, from non-technically spiritual to our spiritual bodies, or to our light bodies, or to the vital body, the etheric body, the astral body, our solar bodies that we can develop. And I'll get into that in a second. If you study anything outside of Christian religion, if you really go into like Gnosticism is what I've been studying, or I'll just start there. I'm not going to try to talk about anything that I don't really understand, but Gnosticism is what I've really been studying. And Gnosis is about knowledge and wisdom through experience, and experience alone. And through practicing things like dream yoga, mantras, certain meditations to detach from this reality and not be so captivated by everything that's happening around you, learning to develop what's called the hermetic seal, right? Learning to recall your dreams, learning how to feel these other bodies as you drift off into sleep, and keep your consciousness awake to see reality, objective reality, for what it really is. We were threats to that, because if we're not locked into the system, if we're not tuned in to all of the distractions, if we're not worried about money all the time, if we're not always worried about where we're going to work, how we're going to eat, what clothes we're going to wear, who likes us, who doesn't like us, that next thing we want to buy. When we start detaching from all those things, those abilities start to come back. When we start to just open our mind and give the idea that we have other bodies, these energetic bodies that are within and around us, right? We give that idea a chance that it exists, and we do the practices to awaken, right? And to develop these solar bodies, is what they call them. Then that's when we have the ability to do what we did as children. The same thing, the same people or types of whatever that they were trying to study within us, we can come back. We can reawaken these things and start to see the truth and realize, like, okay, yeah, there's something else going on here. demonic forces, evil, black magic, all that stuff does really exist. And I don't even know what's making me say all this. I saw this video of this man on TikTok genuinely scared, finding out all this information, and it is scary because these things are real, but it's one of those things that, again, through Gnosis, you're not going to believe me. I'm just some crazy guy talking to a camera right now. But until you actually do the practices, until you actually really sit and think and reflect on like what's actually going on in day-to-day life, and why are they trying to keep us so distracted with everything and just keep us occupied all the time? I mean, look at TikTok. You're just scrolling all day. Like, just stop for a second, slow down and think about it, right? Feel into that answer. Think about your past, like, and what happened and why. You know, the biggest one is just why. You'll start to see what I'm talking about. Probably sound crazy. I'll make more parts to this. Part 2, I'm going to talk about 2 books I'm reading right now that I think all of you should read if you're interested in this. It's called Dream Yoga, and the other one is where is it? It's called The Divine Science, and I'll show those books off in the next one. I know you want to see them, but The Divine Science, and it talks about awakening your consciousness beyond that of the physical vessel, so that way you can see what I'm talking about, and you'll be able to further help humanity if that's what's on your heart to do, and continue to be the best you that you can be and discover truth. So I might put this on YouTube, I might put this on TikTok, probably everywhere, because I think it's important. Repost it, share it, like it, and if you have questions, just go ahead and DM me on Instagram or on TikTok or YouTube, whatever, and we can talk. Yeah, my name is Derek. Peace.